Oh, and also sound. I knew there'd be something else. Cool. Previously on Hearts of Iron 4, Mexico very quickly tried to prepare for the invasion of America, while America themselves were busy with the war on Canada. Meanwhile, in the south, Mexico was pushing through into Central America, trying to take out Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Panama, and I'm sure one or two other countries I've totally forgotten, while securing an alliance with the whole of South America. Now, with America well and truly distracted here in the north, it is time for the moment that we have all been waiting for. It's gonna happen. War. Alright, so we are now at war with the United States. We have automatically called all of our allies. Hopefully they will answer. Canada is not quite dead yet, although they are really rather close. These three are still in training, but so it goes. We do have some heavy tanks, but we don't have enough. But I think we just need to push this button. Actually, no, we're going to see if they attack us. They didn't. Okay, and our allies just immediately pushed at them. So we're going to support them in that endeavour and just try to make this initial surge as strong as possible. Military access from the UK. I'm not going to give those guys access. I am going to say you guys need to be called into these wars. And then it's going to be just Chile, who hasn't answered yet. We are actually successfully pushing them back here on the left flank, but not on the right. And also down in Panama, we should have been attacking too, and then we can move these troops north to go and assist with the main assault. Panama should fall fairly soon. Oh, and actually, you need to be assigned to fortify that. And then we'll push you south in just a moment. Also, I noticed that... Whose fleet's that? Colombia's fleet is out and about. I'm not sure I would be quite so aggressive about moving your fleets out. In fact, no, I'm going to keep mine in port for the time being. See what happens. Oh, right, Air Force. You lot, stop practicing. And I'm just going to attach you all to there. Close air support, shoot planes. Fighters, shoot planes. Tactical bomber, shoot tanks. Probably. Okay, so we're going to take that soon enough. We are pushing north, which is great. But we need to keep them on the run. Meanwhile, they have actually got a lot of troops here on our flank, and our allies haven't put nearly as many men here. So it goes. You guys are still in training. Hurry up. Oh. And there we go. We have taken Panama. At which point, these guys can be set here to help push across into Texas. Might actually stop this assault until we're ready in position again. Because the Allies can continue pushing over on the left and western flank. The left and flank. The west flank. The Republic of Qatar has capitulated. The Qatari government has gone into exile and the main forces have capitulated to the German Reich. Meanwhile, Canada still is fighting. They've actually cost the Americans quite dearly. 404,000 to 277. That's not bad going considering what you're up against. However, aircraft are going to be causing problems. We're going to be getting bombed. So I think what I want to do is just double check where my industrial strength is most concentrated. And then I'm just going to go 5 here, 5 here. And I just want that AA done first. So we can have some anti-air capabilities. Because my divisions have got anti-air. Well, most of them do. These three don't. How are we doing for heavy tanks? Okay, now we're suffering some shortages. However, we are in a war. So let's take a quick look at our allies. 20,000, 7, 140, 67, 12, 36, 15. So Peru is by far the most manpower strong. So we are going to start a lend-lease of just regular old guns. So we'll send you 17, 14 of those. And 1171 of these. Oh, 71. And that's not going to cost any ships because it's all over land. So then you should be able to build some additional forces. Brazil, I feel, could probably do with some guns too. So we'll send a lend-lease to Brazil, which is going to be... What do we steal? Ah, here we go. 12,000 of these. 12,095. One star. And 3,559 of these. Send. Right, who else needs guns? Colombia? You have a bit of manpower. Ecuador really doesn't. Colombia, I think, could probably do with a couple. Start lend-lease. 7255 of these. Seeing as I have like 200,000 guns, I mean, I may as well. Argentina? You must have a large population. Yeah, you do. Start lend-lease. Guns. We'll send you 12,608 of these. We really do have a lot of weaponry. Crikey. They're accepting the lend-leases. That's good. Alright. Are you guys ready for round 2? Unfortunately, this river, which is going to be my biggest barrier, is causing us the most problems. But I'm hoping that the Americans decide to counterattack us, and then we can counterattack the counterattack. I am tempted to have these guys support this attack up here, though. So let's say that you need to get to this... here. Because, yeah, I think we can kill this pocket fairly easily. Just like that, in fact. And that gives us some more mountains to hold on to. I much prefer that idea. Yeah, they're trying to counterattack. Meanwhile, Canada still have Montreal. Did they just retake that? How are things going, Canada? No. If they lose Montreal, then I think it's game over for the Canadians. And the Americans are on the borders with them. But how are we doing in terms of manpower? They have about 900,000, so they're pretty solid. We've killed 400,000, we've lost 20. So far so good. How is this looking? They do have a lot of defense, but they are heavily entrenched. Our own breakthrough is not amazing. We do have a very nice amount of soft attack, which will be blitzing down their organization. And they also can't penetrate our armor, so we're heavily guarded. Still a shortage of tanks. I feel like we might need to dedicate more of our tanks, or more of our production towards tank production. We know that we have a lot of guns. So let's switch to this. We're going to need steel and we're going to need chromium. Are we losing any being intercepted? It doesn't look like it. Well, I guess the Americans are up against the Royal Navy. And the Royal Navy are probably doing the damage. How is the American Navy looking compared? 320 ships versus 240. So the Royal Navy is currently being obliterated. Plus the Royal Navy will be fighting against the Germans, that's true. I'll say it's good enough once this pocket has fallen. Because I really want to see the Americans try to attack us, then we can counterattack. Expeditionary force from Peru. Yes, I will accept you. So I'm going to need to put these into proper units. With my excellent Mexican commanders. Wait, who are these two? Oh, these were ones that are supposed to be my garrison who got reassigned somehow. That's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this is going to be one command. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these guys who are already trained in one command, and then the ones who are not yet trained in another. So all of these are untrained. Oops. You go here. You are going to get a commander. Which is probably going to be Magana. Now I just want to double check to see what your template's like. Okay, that's not awful. 80, lots of artillery, so loads and loads of big guns, and you are combat width of 20. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign you to this flank, and then have you try and hit Los Angeles type area. Take that, that's your objective. And then if you just put you in a new theatre on your own for the time being, we'll say just off of the front line, back here. Just while you're drilling and training. Now, as an expeditionary force, I don't know if they use my equipment or their equipment. And I'd also kind of like to say, hey, Colombia, you should totally give me some men too. And before we do that, I should say you need to guard Panama. Kind of an important location. And you're saying you need 35 divisions now. Well, let's go and train a couple more of these. Because what I might do is use these to defend the whole of South America, just because we know that they can hold the line. And then I'll be able to use it. Basically everybody else as an expeditionary. Support weapons 4, that's good. We could go for the infantry anti-tank. Oh, it's 43, let's go for the night vision. That's probably a better plan. Yeah, I like it. Pushing us back here. Where are your troops? You are on the way. Let's control B. Whoops. I meant to control B, so you rush over there. Okay, you're rushing over there. Let's put you here. Have we just lost this? Are we cut off here? I have a really bad feeling that we are cut off there. Let's cancel that order and set you up right there. Yes, you have been cut off there. See, I was kind of expecting to lose Baja California, so I am going to accept that fact and just move on. You want to send me divisions? Go on then, Brazil. They are... actually, one of them is trained. you need a different colour. You can be yellow. Okay, the Americans are pushing us really hard at the moment. That's not good. But they are pushing. I prefer that you're pushing, because then I can defend against it. We have lost a unit. Somewhere along the way. It's actually very annoying that we've lost that location. I'm going to say, let's cancel your current objective. I want all of the Reds to be responsible for this line. And I want you to work really hard to take that back. And I'm going to bring you guys to help us do that. And yes, please do run. Thank you. Let's use the defences that we've been building and try to retake this one before we lose it completely. Let's counterattack. Because it looks like we ought to be able to push this lot back before they can properly reinforce. Why are we attacking here? That's not part of the plan, is it? No. Although, it does rather look suspiciously like they have basically nobody defending the south of Texas. So I'm wondering if I want to get this army to counterattack across that. Let's also assign you to the Red Corps so you're back up to your full 24 units. System just doesn't work. I don't see the point of it. It does nothing. Who's attacking? Why are you attacking there? Don't. This is the only location we should be attacking. And you lot assist. There we go. There we go. And then as soon as we've successfully pushed across there, I think we'll come and reinforce this side. Because this seems to be where we're being attacked and hit the hardest. Oh, I know why. It's because my defenses goes down this side. We don't actually want to hold this area particularly. So yeah, this is very much a fighting withdrawal. Then once we've retaken our defensive location here, if we manage to retake it, then we'll reposition the yellows in a fallback line along here. In fact, I'm going to set you up to do the same thing. I'll take that. How goes the war? Slowly but surely. Yeah, and our industry is struggling to keep up with the amount of tanks and stuff that we're losing. Wow, okay. Steel supplies have just run out. Streamline line, that helps. Well, I think that we need to start doing the excavation technology so that we can actually start producing our own steel and stuff. Because clearly we can't rely on theirs. Attack it back. their submarines. Right, the other thing that we want to start doing is developing submarines. We haven't done that just yet. Okay, yellows are getting into place. We've got the purples almost in place. And we'll be ready for the counter-attack very, very shortly. Basically, as soon as this ends, we'll hit that counter-attack. Because I really want to take this location back again. It's where my level 5 fort is. Although, we are going to need to be rather concerned about keeping those repaired. Let's make sure we do that. Fighting withdrawal here is going fine. 90%. Do a nice heavy attack against this location, but unfortunately we're up against our own fortifications now. And they are bringing more and more troops in to reinforce. I think we are pushing them back. Kuwait's capitulated. They're doing a lot of damage to the allies here in the Middle East. Okay, we're just losing convoys through one of these routes. Which one? Spain, clearly. Come on, guys. I have faith in you. Make many explosions happen. Unfortunately, their soft attack is also very, very high because they've almost certainly got superior firepower too. I mean, in terms of quality of equipment, we should be about the same. Yeah, we're not really pushing this enough. I need more troops. Where am I? Where have all of my allies gone? Are you seriously just going home? You've seriously just decided to go home. Okay, well, at least South America is going to be secure. Their probing attacks across here aren't getting anywhere. I mean, their counter-attacks aren't really doing very much. I think we need to stop this until we recuperate. Down to minus 115 tanks. Our tank production is definitely suffering! Yeah, none of our stuff is getting through from Cuba. Turkey wouldn't. Japan might. We can try. Uh-oh, here's their counterattack. Okay. You guys need to stop what you're doing and set up a fallback line here. The reason for that is because I can't afford to leave these guys defending this salient just on their own. It's irrelevant. And I'm going to say to you lot, no surrender. What did I just say? No surrender. So why did you run? Damn it. There goes Canada. That means we're going to have everything against us. Alright, if you lot aren't going to fight this war, then I will demand that you fight this war. Oh, that's sending. I want to request troops. Except apparently I can't. Where's the point of this? I don't get it. Well, I have to say, if we lose this, I'm putting that entirely down to my allies, because they're doing nothing. With the possible exception of Peru. And to a lesser extent, Brazil. Why are you attacking here? It's irrelevant. This! Oh, come on. If you mouse over the red X, it will tell you why they won't send them to you. Oh, you want orders? Ah, okay. And then can I be really sneaky and put them in something else? Like training. Yep, okay. Right. Well, actually, Peru's already sent, like, their entire army. There we go, 44 divisions. Then from there, I can start to pick out the units that are ready to serve and add them to the appropriate armies. Which means you need to be in that theatre because we're about to create a new unit here. Which is going to be assigned to that. We also need a new general. Needs to be somebody with logistics, you'll do. And you're basically going to be another line of defense along there. You can be responsible for taking that. And you can have a different colour. You can be the Green Division. Army, whatever. Then once this lot's done training, we can assign them to other places too. I wish I'd known about that a little bit sooner, but never mind. What? We're about to have a religious insurrection. Seriously? It's because we went full out atheist. When did that happen? Easy enough to fix. We just need to make sure that we do something churchy. Except I can't, so we're about to have the Civil War while we're fighting a freaking war. I've done everything to avoid that.